Hi guys, welcome back to Tafakari ya Mjukuu. I want us today to discuss one very sensitive issue. Kwa nini hufai kushinda tu ukiteta kuhusu nchi yako ati mara economy iko juu, mara sijui nini imefanyika? This is what you should be doing. When you are faced with a problem, it's always good before you start looking for solutions. You look at the root cause of the problem itself. Why am I saying this? Kenya, we have some 4 very sensitive issues that have been affecting us for a while that really we need to address. The first issue is that we have a transparency and accountability deficiency. Yani tuko na shida na vile tuna deal na responsibilities zetu as a country, individually and also the people who are in leadership positions. In Kenya, nobody takes responsibility or accountability for anything bad that happens, but they are very quick to take credit for the good things. We have heard of so many scandals since independence. If all these scandals were followed up and people prosecuted for the misappropriation and also for the embezzlement, we could have seen results by now. We could have tackled the issue of greed by government officials. We could have tackled the issue of stealing of government funds and also embezzlement of the same. So it's good that we adopt a culture of accountability. Look at even other issues, leave alone the scandals in government, yeah, and in politics. If you look at, for instance, the number of accidents that we've been having, yeah, it's a case of accountability. This is the only country where very serious accidents have been happening. You know, we are losing 50 people, 30 people, 100 people, you know, traffic accidents. This is not normal. It means someone needs to be accountable somewhere. There is a failure somewhere. May it be the police, may it be the drivers, may it be whoever. But you have not seen people going to jail. Look at how many buildings that have collapsed. Buildings are collapsing left, right and center, killing innocent Kenyans. And also a lot of losses being incurred from the same. So my question is, how did we get here? Because we do not have accountability. People know they are not good, nobody is going to take any action, so they just do things for the sake of doing, you know. So that is one very sensitive issue that you know, can be solved by a small thing of just being accountable. We need to see heads rolling, we need to see people going to jail, we need to see properties being recovered, and you know things happening, so that corruption can be a thing of the past. But however, we know that's a challenge. That is why I'm highlighting these 4 issues. So the second issue is bad political policies. As a country, since independence, we have set a trend of politicizing or of tribalizing our politics. You know, our politics is tribal based. Look at our voting patterns, they are tribal based. Once you vote for a tribal leader or a person because he or she comes from your tribe, then that means you should not have any expectation then for this person to deliver, because this was not the right person to begin with. In most elections, or in all elections, in all the elective posts, if you look at wherever you come from, for instance, whoever had vied for the MCA, MP, look at those guys. There was one objective guy in all those positions. However, you and your hard-headedness voted for the person you favored because of where he comes from or because of the language he or she speaks. Then when it comes to development issues, you want this person to be a saint, to be an angel, yet he corrupted his way in by bribing voters, by bribing whoever. Yeah, you cannot then expect anything from this person that is positive, yet he was negative from the word go. So it's good that you understand these issues. These are serious issues that I'm talking about. The third thing, Kenyans are very hopeful people. Hope is not a bad thing, hope is a good thing. It's not 100% good, and it's also not 100% bad. What that means is that hope should be moderated, or you should have it moderately. In Kenya, people have gotten to the extent they are now eating hope. You know, malaria will take you literally. So that is the situation that we are in because of the extra hope that we have. We have been promised that a certain road will be built since 1970s. Your grandfather was promised the same thing. You are getting promised the same shit. This is because you are extra hopeful. That is a challenge that we are having. You know, I'm not gonna blame it on anything, but our society, the way it has been designed, is not helping. I'm not gonna dwell into that, but I'm gonna be drop into my shorts section, and you're gonna see some serious videos about hope. I'm making a series on that. Anyway, the fourth thing that is ailing us is over-dependency on the media to be our source of information, our source of knowledge, our source of wisdom, our source of every single thing that we do. We get it from the media. That is why people are getting conned through the media. That is why people are getting into gambling through the media. That is why people are being brainwashed through the media. Politicians have seen this loophole and now using the media in one way or the other to set the tone, to set the agenda in the country. You know, Kenyans now know it's either Ruto or Raila. Since time immemorial, they know that for anything to be said against the government, for anything to be done against the government, or for anything or any questions to be asked, not necessarily doing things against the government, which is not ideal, but for anything to be done to question the government, checks and balances, it has to be Raila. For maandamano to happen, it has to be Raila. This tone has been set by the media. Other issues too has been said by the media. Tribal politics and tribal whatever has also been said by the media. I don't know when the media started being involved in politics, but honestly, the media should be reporting about Kenyans. The over 47 million Kenyans that are in this country, instead of focusing on just a couple of guys. Yeah, there are a lot of more serious issues that are affecting Kenyans which are never brought into the limelight. Instead, every day, half of the section of the media is taken up by politics, which are not building this country. So that's a very burning issue. So having spoken about those 4 issues, if we don't address those 4 issues, then don't expect anything good from this country. Whether you vote for Wajakoya, whether you vote for Ruto, whether you vote for whoever will vie, even though he's the Pope himself, he will not change the situation in this country unless you address those 4 burning issues. Otherwise, thanks for following and subscribing and liking to Tafakari ya Mjukuu. Let's continue growing this page so that we can continue delivering more content about our nation. Thank you.